You know, for me, my son was nonverbal, and now he has 50 words. For me, being able to give him 50 words is like giving birth again, giving life the second time. He's been potty trained in 3 weeks. I always thought I'm going to change diapers at 20 years old, when Andrew will still be 20. And I was able to potty train him in 3 weeks. And there's so much more. There's eye contact. He's affectionate. He's kissing me until I run out of breath. I'm totally happy and in agreement with myself. I was never like that before. I was conflicted. I was heartbroken. I forgot what smiling is, never mind laughing or being happy. So I get all that back into my life. My son's name is Andrew. He's 6 years old, and he's been diagnosed autistic about 3 years ago. Since then, we've been trying pretty much everything. We've been trying occupational therapy, speech therapy, any kind of therapy you can imagine. And he's been in different schools, special needs schools, and pretty much his progress was zero. There was no eye contact at all. He just wouldn't interact at all with us. There was no language, nothing, like just screaming. There was no waving, there was no pointing. He would try to grab us to get something, and I never knew what he wanted. So we learn, you know, here and there, that scream is for this and that scream is for that. But it was very, very hard. He was being very exclusive, so totally ignoring everybody. He would just go upstairs and watch TV for hours. He would line up cubes. His favorite thing would be to peel crayons, you know, peel the paper from the crayons. He would do that for hours. There was no potty training. He was in diapers constantly. He had trouble eating. Pretty much everything was a struggle with him. And he would go through the day screaming continuously. If I didn't want to let him watch TV and I would try to interact or read a story to him, he would just throw everything away and start screaming and go back to the TV. We were told that he's hopeless. His tragic case, my doctor, my child doctor, and my psychologist, who actually diagnosed Andrew, and pretty much there's not much hope for him. More than likely he'll never be able to talk, never be able to be potty trained, and never be able to do anything for himself. You know, dress himself, brush his teeth, and you know, everyday things that a child should be able to do, and to concentrate on our daughter, Emma, who's 2 years older than Andrew, and normal. We were devastated. I remember crying until actually I ran out of breath, and I kept on crying for years and years, to be honest, and I always felt that hole inside of me. My biggest fear was that he will grow up, he's not going to be such an adorable little boy when people found him really sweet and were a little interested in him. He's not going to be like that when he grows up. People would be totally annoyed and people would be very mean to him. And obviously, institution. That was my worst fear. I searched everything. I started like everybody on the internet, and then I found on the internet a book named The Sunrise, The Miracle Continues, written by Barry Neil Kaufman. I ordered that and I read it, and I was absolutely fascinated because somebody who presented precisely like Andrew was actually able to be cured. These people were talking about cure, and that was like a miracle in itself for me. It was such a huge discovery, and then I thought that must be just some sort of make-up story, and then I realized that those are real people, and Ron was a real person, and this was a true story. And the more I was devouring the book, the more I was reading, I just couldn't believe it. That was a miracle happening to me. And I was actually phoning my husband at work, and I was telling him, do you know what I read? Do you know what they said? I was ever so excited. He would say, slow down, slow down. And then I said, and do you know what? There is actually a place on this earth where they teach you how to do it, and there's hope. Bob, there's hope. Bob is my husband. And he said, really? And we were so heartbroken that we were almost, we almost gave up. But then that little spark of hope started to grow, and it was so big, and we started to think, Andrew will be okay. Andrew can be okay. So we started to look up, everything about the Sunrise program, and then there were wonderful webinars which explained a lot. And the more I read, the more I wanted to read, and the more I listened, the more I wanted to hear. And then I just phoned. They had like a free consultation, and I just phoned. The moment I did the startup, it functions on a very wonderful principle. It empowers the parents. Isn't that lovely? We're not treated like idiots. It's like, for me, my son was nonverbal, and now he has 50 words. For me, being able to give him 50 words is like giving birth again, giving life the second time. He's been potty trained in 3 weeks. I always thought I'm going to change diapers at 20 years old, when Andrew will still be 20. And I was able to potty train him in 3 weeks. He never wears diapers anymore. I mean, do you realize how much that means in itself? I mean, that's everything for us. And there's so much more. There's eye contact. He's affectionate. He's kissing me until I run out of breath. I never thought I'm going to get that from him. He's, I get all my loving from him. It's wonderful. He interacts with his sister. And now they're having a relationship, and now they hug, they give themselves high fives when they come from school. This is wonderful. We have a family. We're a unit again. So in under 3 months, we were able to get speech. We were able to get potty training. Andrew is dressing and undressing by himself. His receptive language is like 100% now. He understands everything I say. Like when I ask him to do something, he looks into my eyes, which is wonderful. I connect with my son. Do you know how much that means to me, for me as a mom? So he looks at me, and then he follows my instructions. I give him like 2-3 steps instructions, like go to the fridge and bring mommy the blue bottle. And he comes and brings me the blue bottle, and I look at him and I can't believe him, and I pick him up and I cheer, and we're ever so happy. He understands so much more. He knows so much more. I never knew that about him because he was just a screaming machine before. How would I know? In the past, he was tantruming all the time. Now, even if he's trying, he's still gonna try. He's 6, and he's still gonna try to get his way. But right now, I just tell him, if he lies on the floor, I just tell him, get up right now. And he gets up. I don't give him the attention that we used to give it before, because we didn't know what he wanted. And now we kind of know what he wants. He's looking for attention, so we're trying not to feed into that. So he gets up and he understands that's the way it is. No more tantruming. It's no point in it. There's no more peeling paper from the Crayolas. There's no more lining up cubes. Using the Sunrise program totally empowered me. It gave me hope. It gave me dreams. I feel that I have a miracle in progress, and I'm making it happen. I'm feeling like I'm giving birth to my son the second time, just to make him fit into the society and make him happy. Not institution. Happy. My son will be an architect. I can dream. The sky is the limit. I'm totally happy and in agreement with myself. I was never like that before. I was conflicted. I was heartbroken. I forgot what smiling is, never mind laughing or being happy. So I get all that back into my life.